Greetings and salutations to you all once again. It is me, the Ravenous Spectre. And this is probably going to be kind of a short video today, and it is once again the Journey Onward series, which is my week in gaming. The next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z. No, it's, it's nothing like that. But yeah, so I'm here at work. I'm on break, obviously, and there's only been two main things that I've been playing this week. I've been playing Skyrim, the special edition on PC, and yeah, honestly, I'm really liking it. I'm not playing the vanilla version of Skyrim. I'm actually playing the mods because I've never really experienced mods on PC. So for me to actually be able to get into this and realize how greatness mods are, because I'm all for mods, all for them. If they can extend the life of a great game, hey, I'm all for it for sure. And obviously, if you ended up seeing one of my previous episodes dealing with Skyrim, which I believe obviously was near the end of last week, dealing with the Journey Onward series, basically, yeah, I mean, I'm sticking with the PC version. Like I mentioned before, I'll get a console version, but if I do, unless Sony pulls their head out of their asses when it comes to mods, I'm going to go ahead and get the Microsoft version, which is the Xbox One version, obviously, so I can have a physical copy of it. And, excuse me. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with two mods in particular. I don't know how many mods I've got going on right now. Pardon me. I don't know how many mods I'm using right now. One in particular, actually two in particular, actually have to deal with extra quests, which I'm all for extra quests. And there's actual practical reasoning behind the quest. It's not just, hey, you can go and do these things just to experience them. You're actually having progress. You're leveling up. You're getting new items and weapons and armor and skills and all of that. And you can take them back to the vanilla game and also into other mods as well, which is great. It's all well and good. I love that to death. I have two particular mods in general that I'm dealing with that. One of them is like, I really don't know what it really consists of, but I know it's like a really huge open area that's like surrounded by mountains, and it's called Falskir or something like that. But from what I've gathered so far, there's like a bunch of bandits and necromancers or something that's like attacking these nearby villages or something so far. I haven't really gotten to the whole logistics and everything dealing with the whole story surrounding it. But it seems like it's really fun, and I'm jumping around to different characters, especially with a specific mod dealing with, oh, hey, you can start the game anywhere you want to in the game. Like there's different areas that you can start in, some that are racial specific, like say for my female orc, for example, I had her starting out in an orc stronghold instead of any of the other options that you're given. But eventually I want to go through all of them to see which one actually sticks with me, which one that I think would be best. And there's pros and cons to it, which is really cool, because like one of them I started out with, the first one I started out with is like, oh, well, I'm in a desolate area. My village was attacked and I was left for dead. Started out with nothing. Had to go through this area. Well, I guess I didn't have to go through the area, but I went through it anyways. I probably should have just tried to trek my way down the mountain that I was on, the snowy ass mountain that I was on. But I ended up going through like a Dwemer ruin, and yeah, I got attacked by those like mechanical spider thingies. That wasn't fun, and ended up dying a couple times because obviously I was really weak and I didn't have any good gear. So I was like, well, fuck, I'll just have to start back over again and hopefully not go through this area again. And like another mod that I'm dealing with is, I think it's called like the Forgotten City or Forgotten Kingdom or something like that. But yeah, it's like basically you'll go and investigate what's going on in this underground kingdom area that you're stuck in, and it's been like decimated, and you basically go to the past to try to figure out exactly what had occurred. Took a break from that because, like I said before, I'm trying to jump around to these different characters and starting out in these different areas for this specific mod, so it doesn't just start you on the vanilla version of you just sitting there in a damn a cart going towards your execution, talking to two or three other guys or whatever. But yeah, definitely enjoying that for sure. Absolutely, that's been the main thing I've kind of really been playing for the most part. I've been playing World of Final Fantasy, which I'm really loving as well. Just kind of been taking a bit of a break from that because I really wanted to experience these mods and see how it's really going for me. And that's one of the things that I actually respect about PC gaming is mods. I mean, I really do. And I do appreciate that consoles are really trying to do that for themselves, but the Xbox One is the only one that seems like it's really trying. Sony is a bunch of fucking morons, and they don't know what the hell to do with mods. So they don't know what the hell they're doing when it comes to mods. They just don't, because if they did, they wouldn't be limiting us like they were doing, which is what they're doing. And fuck being limited. fuck it. Especially when it comes to gaming and knowing how much more variety there is out there and so many other games to play and things to do. Hell no. You're not going to limit me to mods. I'll just go to another platform, and surely enough, that's been PC when it's come to Skyrim. Which I've also told myself, even though I've really enjoyed Fallout 4 on PS4, I'm actually going to end up getting it on PC as well when it's like dirt cheap. Maybe if it's like dirt cheap on Steam, like if it's on one of their winter sales or something that's going to be coming around, then I'll definitely end up picking it up because of the fact that I want to experience mods for Fallout 4. I really do. It'd be cool if they came up with like a special edition or something that would also be on consoles again. But Sony would probably end up screwing that up as well, and it can only give you so many mods that you can use. Meanwhile, I'm on PC and I have I don't know how many mods activated, which I'm pretty damn sure if I try to activate that many on Sony's platform, they probably would say, fuck you, and probably just give me access to like a few of them. As a matter of fact, the ones that I'm using probably aren't even on PS4 because Sony's... Oh, God. I'm going to stop ranting about that. That just pisses me off. It just really does. But yeah, so... been playing that, and World of Final Fantasy is really great. It has a real, like, Pokemon-esque feel to it, if you will, where if you're, it kind of plays where, basically the game is like a love letter to 30 years of Final Fantasy. You could think of it like that. And basically all the Final Fantasy characters, the ones that they put in there, are like really tiny size, and you yourself can choose to play really tiny size, or you can play yourself as like a massive size, It's really up to you. And I don't really think that there's too much of it. As a matter of fact, there is a bit of a difference, as a matter of fact. If you're a tiny size, if you end up capturing like a large-scale monster, or mirages, as they're called in this, if you end up doing that, you can actually end up riding on them. And then you can also have one that's you can actually have one that's on your head, like a tiny one, and then you could ride on a large one. But if you're like a giant size, you can actually have a medium-sized one on your head and like a small one on your head. It kind of is a little bit of a different strategy that you can do. It's simple to get into it, but it really just takes time for you kind of find your flow, I guess you could say. But it's really cool. It's really sweet. It's really adorable. It's cute as hell. I like the characters in it. I like the worlds. I like the music. The graphics are really colorful and pretty and just awesome. And I really, really am enjoying it without a shadow of a doubt. I highly suggest everybody pick it up and play it for sure. I think it's only on PS4 and Vita. I think that's the only two platforms that it's on, PS Vita and PS4. But it's definitely something, and just like the humor in it and the fact of being able to go to these areas that you've kind of been to before back in the olden days of Final Fantasy all the way up until now it's great. It really is. I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I'm definitely going to jump back on it again for sure. And obviously, I'll be on Skyrim as well. And as a matter of fact, Dishonored 2 comes out, I believe, next Friday, so I definitely want to pick that up because I'm a huge Dishonored fan. Played the first one, loved it. Really want to get into the second one for sure. And also, I believe into Watch Dogs 2 is coming out. Like, I think sometime, I don't know if it's coming out before or after Dishonored 2. I think it comes out afterwards. I think it comes out the following week. And then there's like the Ezio trilogy, which is like from the Assassin's Creed series. Assassin's Creed, the Ezio trilogy, all 3 games remastered. All 3 of them with all the single-player DLC, no multiplayer bullshit, thank God. And I really don't think I'm going to be picking that up. Not at full price, I'm not. No. I really don't think that I am. Although I've told myself that before, and I've gone back on myself. But who the hell knows? The main ones that I'm really excited for is Dishonored 2 and Final Fantasy 15. And I could go ahead and say Watch Dogs 2 as well. But the thing that kind of really keeps me back from that is just, it kind of really has this whole hipster millennial vibe, which makes me sick to my stomach. It makes me just want to vomit. It just has that feel to it. And I'm just like, I might just feel real nasty and grody if I start playing it and start hearing this bullshit lingo that's used today and these idiotic looks and styles. And so I'm just, oh God. Just from what I've seen in the previews shows me that. I could be completely wrong, I may just decide to go ahead and get it because I did like the first Watch Dogs, but the second one I've heard is even better, and from what I've seen, it seems like it is, but I don't know. I'll have to see if maybe if I can just push along from that hipster millennial bullshit that I just can't fucking stand. But yeah, anyways, but if it had been anything else besides that, I probably would have even got much more into it. Like I'm like, oh yeah, this is a day one buy for me. But just that content kind of just gets to me, and I don't know if I'll get it on day one because I'll probably be busy with the other games. But yeah, I would like to check it out at some point. Maybe not at full price, but maybe at some point. But yeah, so Skyrim Special Edition, amazing, loving it. World of Final Fantasy, amazing, loving it. Play both of them. If you can get it on PC, get it on PC. If you can only get it on console, get it on Xbox One. If you don't have any other choice and you only have a PS4, if you haven't experienced Skyrim, get it anyways because it is an amazing game. If you have experienced before, I still suggest getting it on PS4 if all you have is a PS4 because of the simple fact that the PS3 and 360 versions were janky as fuck. And one of the reasons why it pissed me off so bad, the way they crashed so bad, the way Bethesda patched the living shit out of them and it still didn't fix the problems, pissed me off. But from what I've been hearing, the load times are much more lower now. I think the load times are like cut in half, if not much faster now than they were previously, which is really good because that was a big hindrance. Just let's go into this building and wait almost a fucking minute to get in there, if not over a minute or whatever. Aggravating as shit. But yeah, definitely give that a shot. Definitely play World of Final Fantasy. I believe it's only on PlayStation Vita and PlayStation 4. If you're kind of into like that kind of Pokemon-ish aspect, it's still really cool because you can level up your monsters. You can get different abilities. You can you can level them up. You can actually cause them to transform into different versions. Sometimes larger versions. I guess maybe sometimes medium versions. But it's definitely worthwhile without a shadow of a doubt. I'm really enjoying both of them for sure. But anyways, man, I've been talking for a while. But I figured I'd go ahead and launch at you guys for what's going on this week since this is Friday. And I will talk at you later, taters.